The ongoing legal battle between Lindsie Chrisley and one of her ex-boyfriends has gotten ugly. According to Thomas Mullera, Todd Chrisley warned him about his daughter's unstable behavior before he went to prison in January 2023. However, Lindsie has a different story to tell, and the mudslinging has begun. Keep reading to see what Mullera has to say about his relationship with Lindsie Chrisley and what's happening in court. One of the major things with the restraining order battle between Lindsie Chrisley and Thomas Mullera is that the two can't seem to agree on when they were together. Lindsie says that they started dating in February 2022 and broke up in August 2022. She admitted they got back together for a short period of time before officially calling it quits in October 2022. Thomas, on the other hand, says that he was in a relationship with the reality TV star well into 2023. In fact, he says that he'd accompanied her to the prison to visit with Todd Chrisley in March 2023. The reason the timeline of their relationship is so important is that Lindsie is trying to file for a permanent restraining order on Thomas. Her filing states that he has harassed her on social media, via text, and calls following their breakup. She also accuses him of showing up at her house without an invitation and sending her unwanted gifts. There was a mutual agreement between the pair that Thomas would stop doing these things. Lindsie Chrisley says that rather than honoring the agreement, he would pop up at her house and ring the doorbell over and over again. Details of one incident claim that he went to her house in the middle of the night and rang the doorbell for 20 minutes straight. Another incident detailed in the court filing describes a night when Thomas Mullera entered Lindsie's garage without permission. He got into her car and left jewelry. She also claimed that he had flowers sent to her through Instacart. The Chrisley Knows best star said that Thomas Mullera has also ignored her requests and requests from her attorney to cease all communication. The court filings tell several disturbing stories about the couple's past. Sometime in October 2022, when Lindsie says they officially broke up, Lindsie alleges that Thomas Mullera locked her in his bedroom and took her phone. In a separate incident in October 2022, she claimed that Thomas grabbed her by the hair and started shoving her face into the window while they were in the car. He also choked her and she had bruising, as well as a nosebleed and other injuries. Then, according to Lindsie, he threw her out of the car onto the sidewalk. In December 2022, Lindsie said that Thomas entered her home while she was in the shower. He came into her bathroom but ultimately left before she called the cops. In July 2023, Lindsie Chrisley had to contact the authorities after Thomas called her repeatedly over the span of several days. She says that he called her 3 times on July 9, twice on July 10, and 9 times on both July 11 and 14. 1 month later, Lindsie Chrisley said that Thomas created several photo albums on Facebook that had her name on them. The album only had a photo of a pistol. That is when the court granted Lindsie Chrisley a temporary restraining order, and they would later have a hearing on whether or not the order of protection would be made permanent. This stops Thomas from coming within 100 yards of the reality TV star. It would also require him to be evaluated for drug and alcohol abuse. There is a history of physical abuse by Thomas. Thomas has disobeyed multiple non-contact agreements between the parties, and Lindsie fears for her life. Lindsie's petition read, Thomas Mullera, on the other hand, has requested that the restraining order be dismissed and wants Lindsie to foot the bill for his legal fees. According to Thomas, they were not broken up in August 2022. He claims that they were on again, off again, until July 2023. He admits that they broke up for a short period of time in October 2022 due to Ms. Chrisley's aggressive, harassing, and violent behavior toward him. As mentioned above, he also claims that he visited Todd Chrisley with Lindsie in March 2023. He believes this is proof that their relationship was ongoing. Similarly, he has claimed that Lindsie was abusive and showed up at his house unannounced on several occasions. Thomas also claims that Todd Chrisley called him to warn him about his daughter's unstable and violent behavior. He said that Todd called and warned Mr. Malura about his daughter's unstable behavior and suggested that she was going to attempt to contact Mr. Malura's employer, as well as the police, in an attempt to fabricate a story or falsify the events. In January 2024, Lindsie Chrisley broke up with her boyfriend, Trent. The pair started dating in June 2023.